142.5. This way, 142.5 is there. At 142.5 now. In the room at 142.5. You are out for $500. At 142.5. Do I see 143? We're at $142,500. It is on sale, I'm told here. Ah, it is not on sale. Okay, $142,500 here. Any further interest then? We'll have to move on, I'm afraid. No, 142.5 is with you, sir. Speak to member staff on that. Can't let it go just yet.
Lot number 25 coming up next. 1994 Chevrolet ZR1. We're very close on that car, sir. 1994 ZR1, offered tonight without reserve, 350 cubic inch dual overhead cam, 32 valve V8 LT5. This is the wide body ZR1. Dual target tops, both in color and glass. Partnered with Lotus tuned engine. Incredible engine on their 275 40 ZR17 11-inch wheels for the rear end. You had a long wait to get one of these. People were often paying $20,000 over MSRP to get one.
Okay, again offered without reserve. 53,000 miles on the clock on this particular car. A bit of absentee interest on this with me. We'll start the bidding at $10,000 I have. $10,000. He'll give me 12. 12,000 is bid. 12,000, 15,000. Absentee bid at 15. Look at it. 16,000 bid. 16,000 here. 17,000 again, so it's 17. Look at 18 now. 17,000 is bid. Look at $18,000. Are you bidding, sir? 17,000 I have. Look at 18,000 elsewhere. The bid is 18 bid now. 18.5? 18.5 this way. 18.5 is bid. The bid is at 18.5 now. Look at 19,000. With no reserve on this car, it is on sale at $18,500. Look at 19 now. At 18.5. This way we are selling for $18,500. You're bidding again, sir. One more out for $500. That's selling at $18,500 for the first time at $18,500. The second time at $18,500. Third and final time on sale at $18,500. Sold $18,500. What's the number there, please? 1049. Thank you. Just a quick note as well, because I forgot at the beginning of the sale. If you are the successful purchaser of the vehicle tonight and you're not in a position to move it yourself, you can speak to Camille over there, Passport Transport, and she'll help you with any kind of transportation needs you have. She'll ship it all around the country for you. So again, if you need any vehicles moving today, just go and speak to them at Passport Transport on your right over there. Thank you.
Alright, as soon as our beautiful ZR1 exits the stage, we'll see lot number 26, the 1962 Porsche 356S Coupe T6, Coach Report Carmen. 1582cc Boxer 4-cylinder engine, 75 horsepower on these cars, 4-speed manual transmission, hydraulic drum brakes all around, 83,193 miles showing. This is the factory S Coupe with the twin grille model. It's got the Cardex build sheet. It's all matching numbers. It's a beautiful 356. And here she comes.
Right, lot number 26 then. Put your hands on that, ladies and gents. Again, shall we say $50,000 to get it out of the way? Shall we say 40? 40 bit. 40 I have. $40,000. What about 45? Yes. 45,000. What about 50 now? $45,000. Look at the 50. 50,000 I have. 50,000 against your mind. Bids at $50,000. 55 you might get at 55. 60,000 this way at 60,000 and 5 bid. 65. 70 the back, sir. 70,000 the back now at 70. You're out this way, sir. The bids at the back at 70,000. Look at 75. At $70,000. What about 72? We have $70,000 at the back at 70,000. My goodness, come on, it is on sale, make no mistake, at $70,000. Do I see 72? It is going then at $70,000 then, make no mistake. Gentleman at the back at 70,000. Any interest at 72? Going then at $70,000 at the back for the first time. At $70,000. The second time at 70,000. You bid it this way, sir? Third and final time. On sale then at the very back at $70,000. Sold that, $70,000. Well done, sir. What a car, that's lovely.
All right, we got a lot of cars coming up next. 2007 Shelby GT500 Super Snake. Shelby American 5.4-liter overhead valve V8, 725 horsepower in a street car. 6-speed manual transmission. You got disc brakes all around. Just 2,280 original miles on this car. It's the first model year for it. Just 74. This is number 74 of 500. Duncan.
Okay. Again, let's get the bids going on this one, ladies and gents. Everyone can have a go. $20,000, can we say? 20,000. Start me on that. 20,000 bid. 20,000 is bid. Where's 25? 25,000 now. 25 looking at 30,000. Bids at 25. 28 I'll take it. 28 now 30. 30 bid now 2. 32 is bid looking at 35. 35,000 back in at 35 looking at 38. 35, 38, 38,000 back this way looking at 40 now. The bids at 38,000. 40,000. This way for 42 now. The bids at $40,000. Do I see 42? 42 is back in. Again to this way, Mike. The bids at 42. At 42,000 now. What about 45? At $42,000.
725 ignition compliant horsepower in this car. This car is street legal and ready to go. 19-inch Super Snake chrome wheels, 8-speaker sound system, full climate control. An incredible car, and it's got the dash black arrow shoulder.
Okay, $42,000. We're looking at 45 now. Do I see 45, ladies and gents? On the big Shelby, the GT500 at 42,000. Any interest at 43,000? The bid is at 42. Then if we are all up at $42,000. No, $42,000. We'll pass on that one, I'm afraid. Not quite there.
All right, see, is this still for sale? Available tonight and tomorrow. Lot number 28, 2004 Bentley Arnage T24 Roller. Offered tonight without reserve. A lot of attention on this car. 6.75-liter twin turbo V8 with just 28,523 miles on it. Beautiful old world number.
Okay, again, offered without reserve. This one, ladies and gents, going to find a new bidder for you tonight. And shall we say again, half of the lower estimate to get us underway at 20,000. 20 bid. What's that? 10,000. Okay, 10,000. It's not where we start, it's where we finish, is it? 15's there. Peter, say you want 20? 18 bid. Okay, 20 to the back. 20,000. 20,000 is bid. Look at 22. 20,000, 22,000 bid, 25 this way, 25 is bid, here at 25, 28, 28 is bid, here at 28, 29,000, 29 giving the same in the back, sir, you wish to bid 30, 29,000 on the front, you're all out this way at $29,000, looking at 30,000 now, he's shaking his head, thank you for bids, $29,000 in the front, it is on sale, make no mistake, at 29, 30,000, he's behind you now, $30,000, behind you at 30,000. You can argue about it now. At 30,000. 30,500. Okay. $30,500. Why don't you bite between? 30,500. Behind you on 31. 31? 30, yeah, 31. 31.5? 31.5. 31.5 it is. 32. 32,000 is bid. 32,000 now, back in the front at 32. It's on sale again, make no mistake, at $32,000. We're looking at 32.5. At 32 in the front, you're out behind there, the bid's at 32,000. It's on sale at 32. Here then, for the first time in the front at $32,000. The second time at $32,000. Here, third and final time. It's on sale in the front at third. Is that a bid, sir? Is he bidding? I think he was bidding. 32.5.
Do it.
Go on, one more. 32,000. There's no reserve. It's selling in the front. 32.5. Back in at 32.5. What about 33? 33,000. On the front row again. Against you at the bar, sir. The bid's at $33,000. Get one more drink and have another bid. Come on. 33,000 is this way. No, actually 33.5. We're at 33,000 then. We're selling in the front. Again, for the first time at $33,000.
Only 20.
The second time at $33,000. The third and final time, Sold this way at $33,000.
All right, lot number 29, 1995 Dodge Viper RT Roadster. A fantastic opportunity to get into a V10. 8 liters of beautiful V10 engine pump in front of a 6-speed manual transmission, just 16,900 original miles, soft top, removable, just a beautiful setup and incredible in yellow.
Yep, they're not going to miss you coming in this one, are they? Right, no reserve again this one, ladies and gents. I have absentee interest in this one. It has 16,000 miles only. If you're the shy retiring type, this might not be for you. Let's get the bids underway on that one at 20,000 with me. He'll bid me 25. 25 is bid. 25 is bid. 30,000 I have with an absentee bid at 30,000. Looking at 35 now. At 30,000 I have. Where's 35? The bid's at 30,005. 35,000 is bid now at $35,000. The bid back with my absentee at 38,000. 38,000 I have. Do I see 40,000 now? At $38,000, with the absentee at $38,000, looking at $40,000. It's for 16,000 miles only on the clock. The bid is at $38,000. What about 39?
You got air conditioning, you got 150 mile per hour capability in this beautiful V10 Viper.
At $38,000, it is on sale again. Make no mistake, there is no reserve on the car, and we're selling it at $38,000. Anybody wishing to bid 39, do it quick. On sale then at $38,000 with my absentee for the first time at 38. The second time at $38,000. The third and final time I sell, all done at $38,000. Sold my way, $38,000. Bid at $10.66.
All right, lot number 30, 1954 Jaguar XK120 drop head coupe. Title is In Transit. 3.4 liter dual overhead cam, 6-cylinder engine, 160 brake horsepower, 4-speed manual transmission, 77,709 miles showing, older professional restoration, chrome wire, knockoff wheels, in beautiful dove gray. These are outstanding cars in the drop head, elegant with the fine front bumpers that you got just on the 120s. These are some of the best Jaguars out there.
Okay, again, lots of interest on that with me. We're going to get underway at 60, 70, 80, $90,000. 90,000 I have. He'll bid me $100,000. $100,000 is bid. I'm at the bid at $100,000 now. What about 110? At 100,000. 105. We're going the right way again. We'll take it at 105. Next is 110. The bid's at $105,000. Do I see 110 now? 108. 108. 108 against you now. London, the bid's at 108. Looking for 110. At $108,000 this way at $108,000. I'll come back.
You got everything you wanted in the drop head coupe in the United States. Nearly $4,000. It was a bargain compared to the Cadillac. Well, it cost the same as a Cadillac, so you didn't see many of them sell originally. But the 120, capable of 120 miles an hour, 160 brake horsepower with a manual transmission. These were the outstanding sports cars of the early 1950s. Much more sports car than Chevrolet could produce with their Corvette. Much better handling, much better power, just a better car all around. And this one has been done right. Look at the panel gaps, look at the finish.
Okay, at $108,000 now. Next is 110. Ladies and gents, do I see 110,000? At 108, $108,000 we have. At $108,000, the next is 110. Are we all done at 108,000? I think we are again then. At $108,000, can't sell it, I'm afraid, ladies and gents. No, send that out chance. They've already done it. They beat me through it. Okay, speak to a member of staff if you're interested on that one.
Yeah, we're very close on this car, so see us, it's still for sale. Lot number 31, 1961 Ferrari 250 GTE Series 1, our headline car tonight. This car does have a reserve as opposed to what was listed in the pocket catalog. This is chassis number 2919 GT, matching number car, single family ownership from new, never been repainted, never been restored, original interior, original dash, original This is an incredible preservation car offered tonight. You won't see one like this again.
Yep, the start of the show this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Again, lots of interest in this particular vehicle. We're going to start the bidding on that at $300,000. $300,000 I have. Who'll bid me? $325,000. $300,000 is bid. Look at $325,000 now. Find another one. $325,000 bid. $325,000 on the right at $325,000. $50,000 is against you, I'm afraid. At $350,000. Look at $375,000 now. $375,000 this way. $350,000 is bid. You bid, sir, at $375,000. $350,000 bid. $75,000 is back in at $375,000. $400,000. I have $400,000. You can bid me $475,000. I'll take that. $400,000 bid. You're bidding $425,000. Next is $425,000. $400,000 is bid. $425,000 bid. $425,000 is bid. $450,000 here. At $450,000. Look at $475,000 now. At $450,000. What about $460,000? $460,000 bid. Okay, $460,000 bid. $460,000 is bid now. $470,000 is against you, I'm afraid. At $470,000. Look, we're $480,000 now. The bid is at $470,000. Do I see? I'll come back. The bid's at $470,000. What about this way? $470,000 for the Ferrari, the 250, the GTE at $470,000 only. I think the bid's at $470,000. Do we see $480,000?
Fully documented by Marcel Massey. This is one of less than 320 GTEs built, and probably the finest 250 GTE preservation in existence. 240 horsepower, this V12 gets up and goes. It sounds great, it runs great. You should see the stack of receipts and records we have for this car. It's well documented from new, single family ownership. Everything about this car is known. It's got the tool roll. It's a complete car and a fantastic preservation Ferrari.
Yeah, single family ownership, as Mike says, is very important. That very original, honest vehicle at $470,000. Look, with $480,000 now on the right, sir, if you wish to bid. At $470,000. Do I see $480,000 elsewhere? And having one more bid this way, chance of it at $470,000 then. All done at $470,000 then. For the first time at $470,000. The second time at $470,000. The third and final time, we've all done at $470,000. $470,000 is. Not sold that one, I'm afraid. Speak to a member of staff on that. It is.
Lot number 32, 1951 MGTE Roadster. Titles in transit. Offered tonight without reserve. Single ownership for over 40 years, frame off restored. This is a beautiful example of the MGTE. Didn't have a fuel gauge, but you had a fuel warning light that came on when you got down to 3 US gallons. We've been through this car. You've seen the dash, the interior, it's incredibly well done. Got tools with it.
Okay, no reserve on that one. Let's get a bit in the way on that. 10,000 for it, ladies and gents. 10,000. 10,000 is bid. 10, where's 12? 10,000, 12,000 here. Look at 15 now. The bid's at 12,000, 15,000 bid. 15,000, next is 18. 18,000 bid. Look at 20 now. The bid's at 18. Look at 20, 20,000 bid. At 20. Look at 22. This way at $20,000. 22 bid. 22,000 now. Next is 25. The bid's at $22,000. 23.5, 23.5. All right, 23.5. It's going the right way. The bid's at 23.5. What about 24? 23,500 I have. What about 24 your way? The bid's at $23,500 I have. But it is on sale. There is no reserve whatsoever on that car. Any interest elsewhere for another 5? At 23.5 then. It is on sale again. Make no mistake, $24,000. 24,000 round this way, next is 24.5. The bid's at $24,000. On sale this way now at $24,000. Selling again then at $24,000. If you're out this way, sir, at $24,000 I sell for the first time. Second time at $24,000. Third and final time. Sold $24,000. Well done there.
1026.
1026. Congratulations.
Lot number 33 is next, 1967 attention. Let's see what we do, Duncan.
Okay, next up, let's get a bit underway on that with me. We're going to start at $35,000 I have. Who'll be 40,000? Is a rare vehicle at $35,000. Looking for 40,000 on that bid at 35 now. 40 bid, 40,000 is bid, 5's against you, 45 next is 50 this way. At 45, 50,000 now. At 50,005, 55 is bid, looking for 60. At $55,000, 58 I'll take it. 58 looking for 60 now. The bid's at $58,000. Looking for 60,000. This way, sir, you want to bid 60. We're already at 58. 58,000 is bid at 50. 59. 59. 59 it is. 59. 59,000 this way. At 59 now, looking for 60,000. At $59,000. Do we see 60,000 now? The bid's at $59,000. At 59,000.
Complete restoration in 2012. Coffee brown metallic, rich beige leather interior. I sat in this car, it's incredible. The dash is beautiful. Only the Italians put together a dash like that. All the chrome and contrasting wood. Just a beautiful car, well restored. The 327's been gone through as well. It's ready to go.
Okay, front row, $59,000 we have. Do we see 60,000 for it now? Someone rounded up to 60,000. Again, it's worth a bit more, isn't it? The owner sold at 59, 59, $59,000. Looking for $60,000. Are we all done elsewhere? On the front at 59,000 then. For the first time this way at $59,000. The second time at $59,000. The third and final time you're all done at 59,000. It's on the front at 59. It's not enough, I'm afraid. You know who to speak to on that, don't you?
See us afterwards. We're close on this car.
You're not far away.
34, 1972 Renault Estafette. Coming up next, without reserve. 4-cylinder engine, 4-speed transmission, rare panel model car. Brilliantly restored inside and out. The interior is just as beautifully painted as the exterior. Set up as a panel van. If you ever needed a showman, this is it.
Yep. Or you want to deliver some ice cream. Right. Without reserve, ladies and gents, this one. Oh.
Going back to the last car. 60,000 on the Easter Volta.
Right.
IR300 GT.
60,000. Right, we're going back to the last car, ladies and gents, because we have now formed interest in $60,000. Formed interest at $60,000. Okay, I thought we had someone on the phone, but right, $60,000 bid. Who'll bid me 62? Where did we bid? $60,000 I have. Look at me, 62. 60,000, yeah. Look at me, 62. $60,000 bid. Look at me, 62,000 on the outside.
This car is for sale.
And the reserve is off, is it? $60,000. The reserve is off. The car in. I wonder where you go. That's $60,000. 62, 61, 65. All right, 60. I meant 60 and a half. 60 and a half, not 65. Don't get it. 60 and a half is big. He'll maybe 61. I can't see your four bidders, so you're gonna have to stick your hand up. We've got 60,500 this way. Do I see 61? The reserve is off, I am told. That car is selling. Don't worry, it's not the very expensive Renault van. This is at 60 and a half. It's the ISO. We are selling now at 60,500. We're looking for 61,004 bid if you wish to bid. We have 60 and a half bid on the front row this way. We're selling in the room. Make no mistake, at 60,500. Do I see 61? We'll have to hurry on the phone. We have $60,500. Yellow hat. Okay, it's going in the front at 60 and a half. They're out of the phones, selling for the first time at 60 and a half. Second time at 60 and a half. Third and final time. He bought it in again. Well done. 60 and a half. Right, now we'll get on to the Renault.
Back to the Estafette. The brilliant panel van, inside and out, fully restored, just as sharp inside and out. Show van, launched in June 1959. This was their new van called the Estafette, from the word staffetta meaning courier. So a Renault courier van. It is beautifully done. It's straight, it's clean. Like I said, the interior, you won't want to mess up the inside either by actually hauling it, I think.
Brilliant.
Sell it.
Cracking to take down to the track, maybe as your support vehicle. Use it as your support vehicle. Perfect. Right, I've got interest on that one. We're going to get underway with me at 20,000, 22, 25 I have. 25, who will be 28? 30,000, even better. 30,000 is bid. I have. 30,000 is bid. Who will be 32? 30,000 is bid. 32,000, 32,000 is bid. What about 35 this way? 32,000 we have. We'll be 35. There's no reserve on that vehicle. The bid's at $32,000 now. What about 33? 32,000 we have. 33, you bid at 33. 33 is bid. Look at 34 now. At $33,000. Look at 34 now. The bid's at $33,000. Do I see 34 elsewhere? At 33. 34 is bid. 34,000. 34.5. 34.5 now. Full interest at 34.5. Next is 35,000. Find another one again at $34,500. Are we all done? We're going to put that on sale with the phones at $34,500 then. For the first time, to the phones at $34,500. Oh, we have another phone interest. $34,500. What?
Recently imported, very rare panel model.
At $34,500, other phone interest has gone. We're selling then for the first time at $34,500. The second time at $34,500. The third and final time to the phones, all done. So $34,500. 1077. Well done, phone bidder. Lovely van there.
Lot number 35 will be a 1936 Peugeot 402 Coupe coach. Georges Paulin designed this car. Just 47,036 miles are showing. This is the rare coach version. It's been in the same family since 1973. Long-term ownership in the same family. Beautiful example of streamlining in a French style. Popular through the 1930s. This car looks so much more modern than it really is due to the design. Let's sell it.
Right. Starting on this one, ladies and gentlemen. You can see it on the screen there. It is it's coming very, very soon. What about again half of our lower estimate at $40,000? Shall we say 30 then? 30 then. 30 and a half. $30,000. Where's 35? The bid is at $30,000. And 5 is next. At 30,000. Look at the 35. You bid is at 32. 32 will take it. Look at the 35. 35 is bid. 35. Look at the 38. 8 is back in. 38 is against you now at 38. Rare vehicle again with a lovely little colour at 38. 40. 40,000. 40,000. Beat you to it. Sorry, we're on the right at $40,000. What about 42 this way? 42. 42 is bid. 5 is next. At 42,000. At 545 we have. At 45, what about 48? At $45,000. 46.5, alright, 46.5 is bid. At 46.5, what about this way? 46.5 is bid. On sale, make no mistake, at $46,500. Are we all done at 46.5? Here at 46.5 then. My mistake, not on sale, not a reserve, at 46.5. All done. For the first time at 46.5. Second time at 46.5. Third and final time. It's worth more, I think, at 46.500. 46.500, not quite there.
But we were right close there. So see us tomorrow or see us tonight. This car is still for sale. Up next, lot number 36, the 1959 Mercedes-Benz 220S. Fritz Knowledger designed 2.2-liter inline 6-cylinder engine, 4-speed column shift manual transmission. 4 on the tree. Recent refresh, been repainted, been recarpeted, had the interior gone through. The engine and drive system are in fantastic condition. They've been gone through as well. Lots of receipts on this car. This car has been put right. The woodwork is incredible. It got sent back twice until the owner was happy with it, and it shows. It's beautifully done. The interior, the engine bay, all perfect. Let's go with the 1959 Mercedes-Benz 220S.
Okay, we're going to get underway on this one with myself. We're going to start at $80,000. 80,000. Look, with 90 on this one, then, gents. Again, it's another one that's been parked front of house, this one today. Beautiful looking car at 80,000. Where's 90 for this? 90? 9 good man. 90 bid. 90,000. 100,000 against you, I'm afraid, with an absentee. 100, I've got 100, sorry, here. 100,000. 105. 105 is bid. 105 is bid. 110 is against you, I'm afraid, at 110. Look at 115 now. At $110,000. Look at 115. Do I see 115? At $110,000 for the Mercedes at 110. 112? 112 is bid. 112 is bid. We're all there. Look at 115 now. The bid's at 112. At $112,000 in the front at 112. Do I see 115? My goodness. Mark, 112. 115. 150. 115 is bid now. Against your 115 this way for 118. 116. We're going the right way. 116 is bid. At 116. We're in ones now. What about 117? At $116,000. Look at 117 now. In the front at $160,000. Do we see 117? 116, fine.
Brand new top, been through, all the way through, been redone, brand new wood, original engine. This car is exactly right, and the red leather interior is just amazing if you had a chance to sit in it.
Okay, at $116,000, look at 117 now, ladies and gents. Do we see 117? At 116 then, on the left then. At 116,000. No, we'll have to pass on that one, I'm afraid. Not quite there now. It's going to be quite a bit more than that. Do please speak to a member of staff.
Lot number 37 would be a 1965 Ferrari 330 GT 2+2. Titles in transit on this beautiful car. It's a lot of Mercedes to push. Body by Pininfarina. Engine number 8613. This is chassis number 6813. Matching body, matching engine. This car is right. 4-speed with overdrive, manual transmission. 76,099 miles showing. It's got 3 Weber carburetors. Just a beautiful V12 under there. Great car. We'll see it here in just a second. Yeah.
Okay, the second of our early Ferraris in today. We're going to get the bids underway on this one. 130,000, 140,000, $150,000. So it'll be 160. 150,000 bid. 160. 160 is the 170 against you. 175. Okay, 175 is bid. 180 against you, sir. The bid's at 180. Look at 185 now. At $180,000, $185, $185, $190,000. At $190,000, look at the 195 now. At 190, I'll come back. The bid's at 190,000. Where's 195? I'm going to take his bid because he's saying 192. 195, 190, 192. 190, bid me 195. 192 is in front. 192 here. Sorry, $200,000. $200,000 now. We have $200,000 this way. 200,000. 205, 202,000. 202,000. We're going the right way. 202. Look at 205 now. At $202,000. Do I see 205? At 202,000. In the front at 202. You both out this way, chaps. We have 202,000 on the left now. Look at the 205. 205 I have. That's 205. Back on the money at 205. Look at the 208 now. The bid is at $205,000. Do we see 208,000? At 205. Look at the 208,000. For the Ferrari 330 at 205.
4 liters, 300 horsepower, original engine. Beautiful car, black plush leather interior. The engine's full of life. It's been gone through. Original power windows. The books and tools are included. It's right for a Ferrari. It's got all the bones there.
Okay, at $205,000 now, we're looking for $208,000. Do I see 208 on this one? All out on the front, chaps. It'll be $208,000. We have $205,000. And again, I think it's worth more than this, isn't it? At $205,000. How are you bidding in the middle, Sam? The bid is at $205,000. 205.
4-speed overdrive, 3 Weber carburetors, 300 brake horsepower. Great Ferrari to get moving.
202. 202. We're going backwards, huh? At 202,000. This way, 202,000. It's okay. 202,000. It'll be 205. At 202,000. It's getting complicated a bit at $202,000. We'll give it 205 now. This way at 202. Shaking your heads on the road. 203. 203. Let's see if we can get back to 205. At $203,000 now. We'll give it 204,000. At $203,000 this way. We'll give it 204,000 now. Any interest at 204? The bid is at $203,000 there. 204,000. 204 is bid. Do I see 205? $204,000 bid now. We'll give it 205. The bid is at 204,000 there. For the first time at $204,000. The second time at $204,000. The third and final time at $204,000. 204,000. Taking away chance. Not enough, I'm afraid.
Not quite enough.
When do you think get out again?
205.
205? Hang on, 205. The reserve is off as well, I'm told.
All right, let's sell off.
205. $205,000 now at 205. I'm told the reserve is off. Do I see 206? We are $205,000. The car wanted to get sold, user. At 205,000. Do I see 206? Have to be quick. We're selling to the gentleman on the front at 205 now. For the first time at 205,000. Second time at $205,000. We need 206 if you wish to bid, sir. The bid is at $205,000. One more. Are we all done? At 205. It is on sale at $205,000 then. All done. Sold there. $205,000. Well done. That is a very, very nice market. 1026.
All right, lot number 38, going in an entirely different direction now. We're going to the Auto Bianchina. Without reserve tonight, down from the 3-liter Ferrari, we're at 650 cc's, a rear-mounted 2-cylinder engine. This is good for 18 horsepower. So it'll take you up to 60 miles an hour. It's a neat little car. Everybody loves this thing.
60
Fresh rotisserie restoration, clean underside, ready to turn heads. Everybody loves the microcars, and this is a beautiful, rare example of a microcar.
Right, and you can park it anywhere, sideways. Let's start the bidding on that one. No reserve, ladies and gents. Put about $10,000 again. 10,000. Everybody can have a go on this one. 10,000 bid. 10,000 is bid. Where's 12? The bid is at $10,000 now. Look at it, 12,000. 12,000. 12,000. Look at it, 15 now. The bid's at 12,000. It's a great starter classic at $12,000. Do I see 15 to the 15,000 new bid? The bid's at 15. Look at it, 18. 18 back in. 18,000 now. Look at 20. At $18,000, do I see 20? 20,000 back this way at 20,000 now. Look at the 22 with you, sir. The bid's at $20,000. Look at the 22,000. Where's 22?
Come on, man. That would look great next to your beat. Come on. You know
24? $24,000.
You bought half a car, you still have room for this in the same garage stuff.
Yeah, buy the other half. $24,000 is bid now at 24. Look at the 25. At $24,000. 24.5? 24.5 is bid. The bid's at 24.5. 24.8 I have. 24.8. 25? 24.8. Absentee interest at 24.8. Look at the 25 now. The bid is at $24,800. Look at the 25 on that. Any interest elsewhere? Make no mistake, this one is selling at $24,800 there. For the first time at 24.8.
Going home tonight.
The the second time at $24,800. Third and final time, older than $24,800, sold $24,800. Bidder 1049.
Up next, lot 39, 2003 Porsche 911 996 Targa. 3.6 liters, 6-cylinder, dual overhead cam, 24-valve engine, aluminum block and heads, Bosch Mototronic ME 7.8 engine control system, has 6-speed manual transmission, just 33,835 actual miles. Yes.
Okay, very well presented. 911. Start me on that note, gents. Shall we say again? Shall we say 15,000 for this one to get us underway? For the Porsche, again, great investment. These aren't they? 10,000 bid. 10,000 is a start. 10,000, 12,000 bid with 15. 15's back in. 15 against you now, mind a bit at 15. Look at 18. At $15,000. Look at 18 now. The bid at 15. 18,000 bid. Do I see 20? 20,000 here, $20,000 bid, look at 22, the bid's at 20,002, 22 is bid, next is 25, 22 bid, look at 25 now, you're both out, the bid's in the middle at 22,000, look at $25,000, all done at 22, you bid again this way sir, 22 is bid, any interest at 25, what about 23? 23 bid, we're getting there, 23,000, 24, 24,000 bids, look at 25 this way, at 24,000 now, land a little bit 25 here, at 24,000, do I see 25? All done at 24,000 there, Martin.
Beautiful 996 Targa, got the sunroof, look at that. Called the world's most expensive sunroof to get this car. It was built to provide fun and the security of a coupe. 2 electric motors to run the roof. Moves back in just 8 seconds to open an area twice as big as the standard sunroof. Basalt black, beautifully preserved throughout. Bose sound package, heated front seats, rain sensing wipers, heated mirrors. It's got all the power, all the options.
Okay, 24,000 now. Any interest at 25 on that one? Bids at $24,000. Do I see 25,000? I think that's a no. No, we'll pass on that one, I'm afraid. So if you wish to speak to a member of staff on that.
Of course, on this car. Lot number 40, 1999 Lamborghini Diablo VT. Titles in transit on this beautiful Lambo. Multi-point fuel injection, electronic engine control, 5-speed manual transmission, 4-wheel disc brakes, just 8,370 miles on the odometer. One of these rare VT Millennium Edition cars.
It's had an awful lot of interest in this one today. Lots of interest on that with me. We're going to get it away at $220,000, $240,000. Who'll bid me 250, shall we say? $240,000. Do I see 250 on that, ladies and gents? 240,000 is bid. Do I see 250? One of the stars of the show at $240,000. 250. Thank you, sir. 250 bid. 260 I have. 260,000. Look at 270 now, 260. And 5, 265, 270 bid, 270 I have. And 5 is next to bid at 270,000. Look at 275. 275, 275 is back in, 280 I have. And 280, shaking his head. 280, have a think, I'll come back. $280,000. Do I see 285? At 280,000 then.
There are only 10 of these Roadsters produced. This is the final edition of the Millennium Metallica Roadster. Only 30 units worldwide in production. This is just one of 10 that made it to the United States in US specs. 3 cars, only finished in the exclusive Millennium titanium paint, fitted with the bare carbon fiber rear wing. That's original from the factory. This car has been fantastically preserved in its correct factory specifications.
I bet that rear wing would cost about $10,000.
I bet it would.
Okay, 280,000, ladies and gents. Look at 285. Do I see 285? At $280,000. Only at 280,000. Anybody else for 285? The bid is at 280,000 then. All done at 280,000. No, 280,000. Absentee interest. Not going to sell for that, I'm afraid. Not tonight at least, anyway.
All right, our second E-Type Jaguar is up Series 2, 2 plus 2. 4.2 liter engine, dual overhead cam, inline 6, 265 horsepower, dual zenith carburetors, 4-speed manual transmission, front and rear disc brakes, all independent rear suspension. This is one of the best 2 plus 2 E-types I've seen. Beautifully done inside and out, has factory air conditioning.
Okay. What should we say on that? The should we say 30,000 for it? The E-Type Series 2, 30,000. 30's in the middle. 30,000, yep, 30,000. Thank you. 30,000 is bid. Look at 35. 30,000 I have. Where's 35? The bid's at 30,000. 32,000. Okay. 32,005. 35 is back in. We got that. 35 is bid. Look at 38. At 35 now. 38. On the right, 38. New bidder at 38. You're both out now. Look at 40,000. 40,000 bid. 40,000 is bid. What about 42 now? 42,000. 42,000. Next is 45, sir. 43. 43 will take it. 43. 44 is this way. 44,000. Look at 45 now. At $44,000. On the left at 44. Make no mistake. Do I see 45 now? He's shaking his head on the right. What about in front? We're at $44,000 now. Look at $45,000. Are we all done at 44? Worth a bit more again, isn't it? The E-Type at 44. 45. 45 is bid. In the front at 45 now. This car is on sale at 45,000. Do I see 46 this way? Putting it on sale at 45,000. Make no mistake, it is going. Gentleman on the front at 45. You're out this way, 31, 46. Selling that at 45,000 in the front for the first time at $45,000. Second time, shaking the head, thank you, at $45,000. Third and final time, it is on sale, all done. You bought it there, sir, $45,000. Well done.
That was a well-bodied
Hey.
That's the enthusiasm we want. Go for it. We got another Jaguar coming up next.
Get that
you want to put 550 horsepower to the road. This is the way to do it. 2014 Jaguar XKRS GT Coupe. 5-liter V8 engine, 550 horsepower, 6-speed automatic transmission, just 275 miles on the books. Take you to 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. Done.
Okay, thank you, Mike. All right, number 42. 275 miles on this thing, ladies and gents. It is literally not run in. It is surely a blue chip investment, this one. It is only going one way in value. There is only 25 of these ever made. This is one of 25 ever made. You cannot go wrong in sticking your money into that. It is better in that than it is in the bank. Right, I've been on that. We're going to get underway with me at $75,000. Who'll be me? 80, sir, thank you. 80 bit. Look at 85. 85 bit, 85 to 90,000 bit, look at 95, 95 bit, look at 100,000, $100,000 bit, what about 105? At 100,000 now on the right, at $100,000 this way, at 100,000. And 5, 105 again, you say 110? 105 I have, 110 this way, the bit at 105 now. You don't need to look at the screen, it's here, 105, 110, 110 back in, this way for 150. 110, shaking the head, 110 with you, sir. The bid is $110,000 now. Who'll bid me 115 elsewhere? At $110,000. This one is one of 25 ever made, and it is only done 275 miles. We have $110,000 now at 110.
3.9 seconds to 60 miles an hour. Modern classic, collectible production Jaguar. Available in only one color, Polaris white with the black racing stripes. Beautiful yellow calipers that let us know it's serious. Carbon fiber throughout the dive planes, the rear diffuser, unique wheels and badging. No one will mistake what this is.
At 110,000 now, we're looking at 115. They have 110 in the room. Do I see $115,000? Just listen to that as well. Give it a rev, man. 110,000 is there. Go on, give it a rev. At 110.
Come on.
Spoil sport. 110 bid. $110,000. What about 115? The bid is at 100. What's that? $115,000. 115? 115. 115 bid. $115,000. What about 120 now, sir? Shaking the head, thank you for your bids. 115 is bid. Look at 120 elsewhere. The bid is $115,000. Do I see 120 elsewhere? What about 180? The bid is $115,000. You're out the front, sir. 180? 118, good man. 118 back in. What about 120 this way? $118,000 is bid. On the front at $118,000. Do I see 120? Are we all done? The bid is at $118,000 then. At 118. For the first time this way then, $118,000. What are we saying on the front? Do we see 120? $118,000 bid. Gentleman's bid at 118. Do we have 120 chaps on the front? The bid is at 180. I'll give you a moment. 118 in the room. Against you form bidder at $118,000. Mark?
The interior is in charcoal gray with red accents, ceramic braking system, yellow calipers, unique carbon fiber vented hood, Alcantara interior surfaces for excellent wear, wider front track, very different from the original XK, very different from the XKR. This is the XKRS GT. Navigation system, Bowers & Wilkins premium sound system, heated multi-contour sport seats, because you might get cold driving your 550 horsepower Jaguar around.
Okay, $118,000. Do we see 120, ladies and gents, on that? The bid's at 118 then. If you're older at $118,000, 118 is with you, sir. It is not quite enough on that. Do please speak to a member of staff. Not far away.
No, not far away at all. I think we can get this car sold tonight if we try hard. Lot number 43, 1959 Mercedes-Benz 190 SL. Just a beautiful car. We got a whole book of receipts for the restoration of this car, a whole book of photos, all the stuff with it. Runs and drives just as good as it was. It's had everything done to it, top to bottom, just a brilliant restoration, and all the stuff that goes with it to show what it is.
Okay, lot number 43, we're going to get the bid underway at a nice around $100,000 with me on this one. Should we say 110? 100,000 is bid. Look at 110 at $100,000. So I see 110 at 100,000 then. All done. No interest at 110. The bid is at $100,000. 105 is bid. In the front at 105. 110 is against you, I'm afraid. At 110, do I see 115? At $110,000. I'll give it 115. Yeah, the bid say 115. 115 is bid. 120 I have. 125. We're waking up now. 130 is bid. 130 is bid at 5. 132. 132. 135 is bid. 135 is bid. What about 138? 135. Have a think. I'll come back to bid at 135. Look at 138 now. At $135,000. So 135. 136, okay. 136, again we're going the right way. At 136, you're in on the front of the bid at 136. Do I see 137? At $136,000 now, the bid at 136 on the front. Mark?
Highest quality restoration, ready for the road, based on the SL300 style. Many of the basic parts sourced from other Mercedes models. The short chassis came from the 180 sedan. A few years ago, we had a full restoration. Everything about this car is stunning. The black leather interior is fantastic. It's just one of the nicest 190s out there in all the right colors, all the right options.
Okay, $136,000. On the front at 136. We're in $1,000 bids. Do I see 137? At $136,000. In the front at 136. Look at 137 now. At 136, my goodness, again, it's worth more, isn't it? The bid's at 136 in the front. Are we all done? We are? At 136 then. Can't sell them, I'm afraid. 136 on the front. Speak to member of staff. Quite a way away, I'm afraid.
Lot number 44. Bringing on our Aston Martins now. 2001 Aston Martin DB7 V12 Vantage. Convertible, just 9,800 original miles, automatic transmission, V12 engine, 420 brake horsepower. Style original DB7, and now the DB7 Vantage with the V12 engine.
Right, again, we're in your hands, ladies and gents, on this one. Should we start a bit low and we'll see what we end up on that? Starting at $10,000. $10,000, the Aston, 10 bit, 10,000 bit, where's 12? 10,000 is bid, look at 12,000 now at 10,000, 12,000 is bid, look at 15, always 15 bid, 18 bid, 18,000 now, what about 20? The bid's at 18, 20,000 new bid in the middle, 20,000 is bid against your man at 22, you're back this way, 25, 22, 20.
Why does he think we can understand him? Does anyone understand that sign language? I don't get it.
22.5, 22.5 is bid, at 22.5, look at 23. At 22.5, 23 bid, thank you, 23 is bid, look at 23.5. $23,000 is bid, come on sir, 23 is bid, what about 23 and a half? The bid is at $23,000, but this at 23, look at 23.5. All done at 23, I can see shaking your heads at $23,000 there. With 9,800 miles, again it must be a great investment, I would imagine, at $23,000. 23.5.
23.5.
Like this way at 23.5. Look at 24 now. The bid is at $23,500. Do I see 24,000? 23.5 is bid. It has not yet got into 5 figures on the clock. At 23.5, I am going to sell that at 23.5. The reserve is off and it is on sale at 23,500 for the first time. 24,000 bid. $24,000. The reserve is off at 24,000 now. Do I see 24.5? $24,000 bid. Look at 24.5 now. Look at the 24.5, sir. Talk him into it at the back there. The bid is at 24,000.
You can be a V12 Aston Martin owner for just $24,500. Beautifully styled car, automatic transmission, luxury, performance, 420 brake horsepower in this car.
Yes, alright, he's back. 24.5. 24.5 is bid. The bid's at 24.5 now. Look at the 25. At 24.5. So you wish to bid 25,000 now. $24,500 we have. Look at the 25 with you, sir. Again, the mileage on this one has not yet hit 10,000 miles. We are at 24,500. 24.8. It's a slow burner. 24.8. It is on sale all the way. Make no mistake, the bid's at $24,800 now. Look at the 25 with you, sir, at the back. 24,800. We are in the front now at 24.8. Gentlemen this way. We've got shaking of heads in the back. We're at 24.8. Are we on sale? We are on sale this way at 24,800 for the first time. Second time at $24,800. The third and final time. You bought it there, sir. Well, 24.8. Great investment, that. Be worth double that next year. 1053. 1053. Well done, sir.
Alright, next up we're bringing in the 1996 Lamborghini Diablo. Outstanding car. Just one of 10 produced as a rear-wheel drive race car. This incredible car has been in long-term ownership. This is the second owner. Been owned for numerous years. Just put on less than 400 miles since in the last 12 years. Beautifully preserved car. Certified Lamborghini mechanic since new. The second owner bought it, stuck with the same Lamborghini mechanic. He's put on just 400 miles in the last 12 years of ownership on this beautiful 1996 Diablo. And it's presented in beautiful condition. It's ready to go.
Right, and as you would imagine, multiple interest on this one. Plenty of bids on this. We're going to get underway at 100, 125, 135, 140. $140,000 bid. Who'll bid for 150? 150 bid. 150 is bid. 60 is bid. 160 bid. What about 170? $160,000. Look at 170 now. The bid's at 160. 65. 165 is bid. You're in the bids at 165. The absentee has gone. The bids at 165. Looking for 170 now. at $165,000 for the Lambo 165. Again, the surefire investment there at $165,000. Do I see 170? It looks immaculate. It's in the right colour as well at $165,000. It's got the iconic doors on it as well.
Not even 13,000 kilometers on this car, like a new car.
At $165,000, we'll look at 170 now, ladies and gents, so I see 170,000. 165 it is then. Are we all done at 165,000? We'll have to move swiftly on, I'm afraid, at this kind of money. At 165, all done? No, we're going to pass on that one, I'm afraid. Speak to a member of staff on that. Worth one. Next up, lot number 45. We've had the 1992 Mini, and it's going to be turning on shortly. Should we get rid of this, please? We've got the 1992 Mini Cooper, and it's the Rover Mini Cooper, and it is a cabriolet. It is one of only 75 ever made back in the UK.
Title's in transit, and it's offered tonight without reserve. 1275cc inline 4 engine, 90 horsepower, 4-speed manual transmission. With BMW bought Mini, they decided to produce just a few heritage models to raise interest in the brand while they designed the new modern generation Mini. So they produced just a few of these cars. Just 75 of these cars were factory produced by BMW after they purchased the Mini name. And this one's with us tonight. New same factory, ground effects and wheels, one owner from new, it's ready to go.
Okay, I believe it says 95 on the paperwork on this one. It is a 92 Mini Cooper Rover Cabriolet, one of only 75 ever made. Now then, it is without reserve. It is here to be sold. It's going to get to a new owner this evening. We're going to start the bids on that with me at 10, 12, 15, 18,000 bid. Look at 20,000. 20 is straight in. Look at 22. $20,000 bid for the Rover, the Cooper at $20,000. Look at 22. 22,000 bid. 22. Look at 25. What about 23? I'll take 23. 23 is a bit. Look at 24, say. 24 bid. Look at 25. Your way, Mike. 24,000 now. 25. 25 is back in. Look at 26 this way. At $25,000. Have a think. Look at the 25,000 now. Look at 26. 26 is back in. 26 bid. 27,000. This way for 28 now. It's at $27,000. 27,500. All right. 27,500. Back this way at $27,500. The bid is at 27,500. He's out this way. The bid at 27,500. It is on sale. Make no mistake. There is absolutely no reserve on the car. One of only 75 ever made at $27,500 for the Mini convertible. It's not some chopped up thing, this is an absolutely genuine out of the factory car at $27,500. We are selling for the first time at $27,500, the second time at $27,500, the third and final time at $27,500. Sold your way, London, $27,500. 1091. Thank you. Well done. Rare vehicle then. Next up. Yes.
Lot number 46, 1951, Simca 8 Sport Cabriolet. Pininfarina coachwork. 1100cc, 4 cylinders is our first Simca tonight. 4-speed transmission, Pininfarina design, reflecting the award-winning CC Italia. Wonderful patina and elegant cabriolet.
Okay, we're going to be on that, ladies and gents, again. Should we start the bidding on this one? Should we say 40,000? $40,000. Do I see $40,000? Too much. What about 30 then? 30,000. Start me on that. 30 bid. Where's 5? $30,000 bid. Look at 35 now. The bid's at 30 and 5 in front. 35 is bid. Look at 40. $40,000. 5 bid. 45. Look at 50 now. The bid's at 45. Do I see 50 this way? At 45,000. 48. 48. Okay. 48. This way for 50. 48,000 now, look at 50 in front. The bid's at 48,000, 50 bid. 50 back this way. At 50,000 now, look at 52. At 50,000, at 52,000 bid. Look at 55. 52,000 against you this way. The bid's at 52 and 5 is next. The bid's at 52 and 5. 55,000. Look at 58 this way at $55,000. Look at 58 now. The bid's at $55,000. Look at 58,000. 58,000 bid. 58 is bid. Look at 60 all the way, Mike. The bid's at 58 now. Do I see 60? At $58,000. We've gone quiet. Look at 60,000 now. At $58,000. 60. $60,000. 60,000 is bid this way for 62. At $60,000. Have a think. The bid's at 60,000 now. Look for 62,000. 62,000. Back here at 62 against your mind. The bid's at 62. Do I see 65? At $62,000 we have. On the front at $62,000. Looking for 65 now. Here at $62,000. Any interest at 65? 62,000 we have. Looking for 65. What about 63? 62,000. Any interest at 63? The bid is in front at $62,000. This way for 63. One more at 63.
We're close on this car.
Have to be quick. At 62,000 in the front then. At $62,000.
Elegant painted frame design prototype designed into the Simca Sport. The Simca 8 Sport was sold new in Portugal and made its way through Germany and finally to the United States. Restoration was done a while ago, but the patina is wonderful.
Okay, at $62,000, do I see 63 anywhere, ladies and gents? The bid's at 62,000, all done at 62,000. The bid's in front at 62. Can't sell it, I'm afraid, at that. It is, we're looking at a bit more than that, I'm afraid.
I think we're doing very close there. See if it's still for sale. Lot number 47, 2012 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. Just a beautiful car. I love the way the top stows on this car. Just put together so well. 6.3 liter V8, 563 brake horsepower. About the same as that Jaguar, but a lot more understated. 7-speed dual clutch transmission, desirable classic Mercedes color combo. This SLS AMG is ready to go.
Okay, we're going to get underway with the absentee interest on this one. 80, 90, 100,000. 100,000, nice round 100,000, look at 110. 110, sir, thank you. 110, you're in. The bid's at 110, where's 120? At $110,000. Do I see 120 now? Lovely colour combination. 120, sir, with you, sir, at 120. This way for 130, sir. 120,000 this way. Do I see 130 in front, sir? At $120,000. On the left at 120. What about 125? At 120,000. Do I see 125, sir? We have 120 behind you at 120. At $120,000. The bid is here at 120. Look at 125. 118. 118. 118. We're still, look well, we're looking at 120 now. 118,000. Douglas, just wind that screen back, will you please? We're at 118. At 118. Look at the 120. The bid is at $118,000. The SLS AMG Roadster at $118,000.
Let's see a typical version.
This is the convertible version of the SLS AMG Coupe. Conventional doors, 3-layer fabric soft top, opens and closes in 11 seconds, and you can even open and close it at 31 miles an hour, which is pretty incredible if you think about it. SLS means Sports Light Super. The best of modern technology and old world craftsmanship. This car is put together incredibly well, and the Amelia gray and red leather interior are in perfect condition throughout. Why? Because it's only had 22,350 actual miles on it. 4-wheel, power assisted, hydraulic brakes, disc brakes, dual clutch automatic transmission. 563 horsepower put to the road. It's a beautiful piece of German craftsmanship. This one's been gingerly driven, and they're waiting to turn the controls.
Right. We have a breakdown of communication. 108,000, not 118. 108. 108, okay. $108,000. We're at $108,000. Not 118, $108,000. Looking for 110. At 108,000. It is this way at $108,000. Do I see 110 now? At $108,000. We are on the left at $108,000. Do I see 110, ladies and gents? 109? 109, okay. 109 is bid. Let's see if we can get back to 118. Maybe we should have been in the first place. At 109,000, do I see 110? At $109,000. We're out on the left, we're on the right. At 109,000 now. Looking for 110. We're all out this way. You're out in the middle, let's say, we're at $109,000. The reserve is off. The reserve is off as well. And at $109,000. It is on sale at $109,000.
Going to sell. Who's going to take it home tonight?
We're out this way. We're out on the left. I'm selling that at $109,000 for the first time. The second time at $109,000. Third and final time. Sold at $109,000. You've stolen that. Well done. $109,000.
Stole it.
1019.
1019.
Lot number 48, 2001 BMW Z8. A lot of interest in this beautiful car. Why? Single owner car, 8,950 miles. You open up the bonnet, there's no dust under there. It's the cleanest car I've ever seen. It's not even broken in. The typo on the estimate was, there was a typo on the estimate. The correct estimate is $190,000 to $240,000. Beautiful V8, 4.9 liters, 6-speed manual transmission. Fires up beautifully, sounds great. Got everything with it, both keys, all the books, all the tools, first aid kit, because you wouldn't want anybody to bleed on you on your Z8 Roadster. So you got to have that first aid kit.
When you pretended to be James Bond.
That's right. It was a Bond car.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton, was it? No, wasn't Timothy Dalton, was it? It was Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, it was Pierce Brosnan. 8,950 miles, brand new Z8.
Okay, lots of interest again in this one. It's been one of the most well-viewed cars today, at least I know that much. We're going to get underway with me on this at $130,000. $130,000 bid, 140 bid, 140 bid, looking for 150. Bid at 140 this way, $140,000. 150, 150 bid. You bidding, sir? 160, 160 bid, looking for 170. 160,000 on hand, looking for 170 now, the bid at 160. 160 this way. Any interest at 170? 160,000. Shake the head, thank you. 160 bid. Where's 170 now? What about 165? 165, sir? 160 bid. 160 this way. 160. Look at 165. At $160,000. Do I see 165? Are we all done? The bid's at 160. Worth a touch more again. All done at 160,000. At 160. Right.
All the ability to beat a 360 Modena, acceleration, handling, and braking. 128,000 new to get it off the showroom floor. You had a long wait to get one. It's a little bit more affordable than the Ferrari, but just. The titanium silver paint is as beautiful as the day it left the factory. The factory hardtop is in outstanding shape. The soft top is with it. It's in outstanding shape as well. The boot, the covers, everything is with this car. It's 100%.
165 we have, 165 now. Next is 170 at $165,000. We've got 170 now. You both have this way chance. We have $165,000 bid. Look at 170 to pretend you're James Bond. 165,000, 8,900 miles only. One family owner at $165,000. Do we see 170? 165 is bid there. All done at 165,000. 165. Too far away that one?
Not going to get it quite, but not far off either. Lot number 49 will be a 1999 BMW M3 Coupe. Offered tonight without reserve, 240 horsepower, 3.2 liters, 6-cylinder engine with a 6-speed manual backing it up. It's an outstanding E30 type BMW.
Okay, the M3 Coupe. Without reserve again, ladies and gents, another one. Nice looking car, isn't it? Lovely colour, well presented. Let's start the bidding on that at 10,000. M3, 10 bid, $10,000 in a way, what about 12? We're bidding $10,000 for the M3 at 10,000. A great appreciation again, 12,000 bid. We'll do a 15. 13 bids, okay, 13 bid. We'll do a 14 bid. bid, looking for 18. $17,000. On the right at 17. For the E36 at 17. Where's 18? The M3 at 17,000. 18 bid at 18. Look at 19. 18,000. Look at 19 now. The bid at 18. 18.5. Okay, 18.5 will take it. 18.5 is bid. Look at 19. 18 and a half. Do I see 19,000? The bid at 18. 19. 19,000. Four bidder at 19. You're out this way, sir. The bid at 19. 19.5 is bid. 19.5 now, rounded up to 20 on the phones. 19.5 is bid. Do I see 20,000 for the M3 at 19,500? It is on sale. Make no mistake, at 19.5. Look at 20,000 now, on sale then at 19,500 for the first time at 19.5. 20, 19.8, 19.8. Okay, 19.8. Four bidder at 19.8. Look at 20,000 now. The bid is at 19,800. We're looking at 20,000 now. Do I see 20,000? If not, then again, make no mistake, it's on sale at 19.8 for the first time at 19,800. Second time at $19,800. Third and final time, and it's on sale at 19.8. Sold for 19.8. 1077. Well done for bidding.
Lot number 50, 1936 Packard Super 8. Not just the 8, the Super 8. The upgraded higher horsepower model. Only 1,500 Super 8s were built in 1936. Beautiful option chrome headlights. You don't see those hardly ever. This car is in incredible condition. Rumble seat. This may be the car that does not fit onto the turntable. Beautiful records. It's known from new. Started out in Calgary. Mr. Jack Baxter, he paid $5,000 Canadian for it, which is that real money? All right. Beautiful car. It's been in the United States since 1997. The current owner commenced the present restoration in 2013, so it's a fresh setup on this car. Beautiful condition throughout. Incredible records and history on this car. Known since new, all the way back to 1936 Packard Super 8.
And perfect as well if you don't want to talk to the other passengers in the car. You can stick them in the boot. Well,
yes,
the trunk as you call it. Right, okay. We're going to get, that's for the golf clubs, is it? It's a nice seat for the golf clubs. Right, let's start the bidding on that one, ladies and gents. We're saying $100,000 to get us underway. $100,000 for it. Do I see 100,000? Shall we say 80 then? 80, good man. 80 bid, 80 bid, 90 bid, 90,000 here. 100, you could have stopped me there, sir. 100 is bid. Look at 110. 110,000. 110,000, look at 120 this way. 110 is bid. 120 bid. 120 bid, look at 130. The bid's at 120,000 now, look at 130. The only car tonight did not fit on our turntable. We have $120,000 bid. Square peg round hole. That 125 bid. Look at 130. At $125,000. Any interest in 130,000? At $125,000. Mind you, gentlemen, it is not going to sell for that. The bid's at 125,000. Do I see 130? At 125 only. Look at 130,000 now. The bid is at 125. No, send that out, chaps. We're miles away on that one, I'm afraid. Speak to a member of staff on that, of course.
Lot number 51, the 1963 Renault Caravelle Fluoride. Title's in transit on this car. 4-speed manual transmission, 4-cylinder engine. Just 11 kilometers showing right now. Frame offers for it, likely one of the best Caravelles in existence. It was a convertible with both the hard and the soft tops available. Winner of the Concours Awards in Mexico. Original factory title on the file with us. Just a beautiful presentation of a Fluoride.
Okay, I have absentee interest in this vehicle. We're going to get underway on that with me at $15,000. 15,000, ladies and gents, for this one. We've got an estimate on this for 35 to 50. We're at 15. 15,000. Very bright looking thing. We'll be 18 for that. $15,000 bid. Look at 18,000, ladies and gents, on that one. The bid's at 50. Do I see 18? 18, sir. Thank you. 18 is bid. 19 I'll have against you at 19, and a bit of 20. £19, 20 bid, 20,000 is bid, 21 I have, 21,000 looking for 22. At 20, have a think, I'll go back to bids at 21,000 looking for 22 elsewhere. 22,000 bid, 22, 3 against you at 23,000 looking for 24. 23, 24 is bid at 24, you're in. The bids at 24 looking for 25 now. At 24, absentee is gone, we're at $24,000. Do I see 25? At $24,000 then, are we all done at $24,000? Quite a rare vehicle on these shores, that at $24,000 for the first time at $24,000 then. Second time at $24,000, the third and final time at $24,000. 24,000 is with you, Mike, it is not enough, I'm afraid, that will have to pass. Moving on.
And in a whole different direction in the fluoride, the 1948 Pontiac Torpedo, title in transit, a Harley Earl design, inline 6-cylinder engine, downdraft carburetor, 65 brake horsepower, and a hydromatic transmission. A beautiful 1948 Pontiac Torpedo has drum brakes. It is the last year for the Torpedo. You can see that the recent professional restoration shows through it here. It's an outstanding, reliable driver, and very comfortable cruiser. It's fitted with the invisibility device.
An invisibility device? It is invisible.
Do you see? But it's a 1948 Pontiac Torpedo nonetheless.
Okay, we'll get underway either way. Without reserve, this one, ladies and gents. I'm sure it's coming up. Here we go. Without reserve, this one, we'll start the bid on that one at 12,000. 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 bids at $15,000. Looking for 18 now. The bid's at 15,000. What a brilliant looking car. $15,000 bid. Look at 18,000. Do I see 18? 16, 16, going the right way, 16, 17 bid. 17 bid was about 18 now. $17,000 you bidding, sir, 18. 18 strike, 19 bid, 19,000 looking for 20 now. $19,000, 19,500, 19,500 it is now $20,000. 20,000 is bid looking for 25. 20 and a half, 20,500, 20,500 is bid at 20,500. The bid is at 20,500 now your way. At $20,500. Do I see 21,000? At $20,500. You bid in front, the bid's at 20 and a half. For 20,500. We'll give you a moment, the bid's at 20,500 this way. We'll give it 21 now. At 20,500. One.
Look at the paint work on this. All the panels are straight. There are no waves in this car. And there's a lot of paint that has to go into a car like this. The chrome is fantastic. Look at that roof line. That's a classic design. It's just a beautiful design of an old Pontiac.
Okay, 21, 21, thank you. 21 is bid. $21,000 now, look at 21 and a half. $21,000. We have it a bid this way, sir, 21 and a half. The bid's at $21,000. I'll give you a moment for an interest this way. $21,000. On the front at $21,000. Look at 20. Good job that you lads are strong. 21,000. In the front at 21, do I see 21 and a half? My form bidder has run away outside. 21, where's he gone? He's not. 21,000 is this way. Do I see 21 and a half? The bid is at 21,000 then. All done in the front at $21,000 here for the first time at $21,000. The second time at $21,000. The third and final time you're all done at $21,000. $21,000 on the front.
All right, we're close on that car.
Sold car. Been agreed. Reserve is off. You both it well done. This way. 21,000.
That's what we'd like to see. Lot number 53, 1997, Porsche 911 993, Carrera 4S. 3.6 liter Boxster 6-cylinder engine, 5-speed manual transmission. Beautiful car, all-wheel drive, sport models, just 63,450 miles. The last of the air-cooled 911s. Factory dual flow exhaust.
Okay, the 4S. Not getting stuck in the snow in this one. Let's start a bit on that with me. We're going to start with 15, 16, 17, 75,000. 75,000 bid. Look at 80,000 now, bid 75, 80,000 bid. 85 to get to him, afraid at 85, look at 90 now. 87 and a half, 87 and a half, 87 and a half, he's bid, look at 90 still, look at 87 and a half, I'm out, 87 and a half, he's bid, look at $90,000. At 87,500. Any interest in 90,000?
This carried the 285 brake horsepower variant of the normally aspirated 3.6 liter Boxer 6 engine. Shared all the looks of the turbo cars, but the turbos had the distinctive yellow calipers. This car had all these cars. When he was losing his cars, they recognized how great these cars were because they had incredible traction because of the wide body. They didn't have the temperament of the turbo cars, so it's a great road car in the 993 4S.
Okay, 87,500. The next bid is 90,000 now. Look at 90,000 on the Porsche, the Carrera 4S. 85. We're going backwards. 85. We're at 85 this way. $85,000 we are. 85. Let's say 87 and a half then. At 85. Douglas, just wipe up the screen if you don't mind. Look at 85 we are. We're at 85. Here at 85,000. We're looking for 87 and a half. At $85,000. Do I see 87 and a half? 87 and a half. You can stick the screen back up again now. 87 and a half. Stick it back up. 87 and a half is this way. Look at $90,000. Shaking your heads at $87,500. Do I see 90,000 elsewhere? Look at it's 87 and a half. Then we all done $87,500. 87 and a half. Can't sell that, I'm afraid. Send it out, chaps. You don't mind. Thank you.
Lot number 54, 1985 Porsche 944. Got a typo on the estimate. 25 and 35 is our estimate. 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, it's 40,100 miles. If you've been through this car, this is an incredible innovation car. All its original paint from 1985, original interior, beautifully preserved throughout. You've seen the awards displayed in the back. Original graphite metallic paint, deep shine, free of any significant flaws. Beautiful job on it. $10,000 worth of service since 2003. A well-kept car.
Okay, a great way. Well, first Porsche. Good way to the first Porsche for yourselves. This one. Let's start a bit on that. Was about 10,000. 10,000 for the Porsche. If I was that side, I could have a bit on that myself. I could fancy 10,000, so thank you. 10,000 is bid. Where's 12? $10,000 bid. 12,000 this way. 12,000 bid. Look with 15 now. The bid's at 12,000. 13. We'll take it 13. This way for 14. 14 bid. Yes. 15. 15 bid. 15 is bid. Look with 16. The other way, sir. 15. I have. Look with 16. 16,000 on the front. 17 bid. 17,000 this way. It's 17,000. Look at 18. Now it's 17. 5. 17,500. 17,500. I have. 17,500 this way. 17,500 London you're at. You need to bid 18 to bid at 17,500. Do I see 18? 18,000 back this way. 18,000. Make no mistake, it's on sale. The bid is at $18,000. Do I see 18,500? It's on sale at 18,000 this way. All done at $18,000. Going for the first time at $18,000. Second time at $18,000. The third and final time again on sale at $18,000. $18,000 with you, London. What's the number, please? 1085. Thank you.
Lot number 55, 1983 Ferrari 308 GTS Quattro Valve. 2.9 liter 4-cam 32 valve, 230 brake horsepower, K-Jotronic fuel injection with Morelli Digiplex electronic ignition, 5-speed manual transmission, that beautiful classic interlock Ferrari transmission and shifter. This is just a beautiful car throughout. If you had a chance to go through it, 40,100 miles actual. Look at that. The best of the 80s.
Stunning car. Okay, bit of absentee interest on this one. We'll start buying it at $40,000. So we don't finish there. 40,000 bit. Don't give me 45. $40,000 I have. That's $40,000. For the Ferrari, find another one. 45 is bid. 45 bid. Now 50 I have. 55 bid. 55 is bid. 58,000, I'm afraid, sir. 58 round number 60. $58,000 bid. Look, we're 60,000 now. Call back the bids at $58,000. Where's 60,000? At $58,000. Another surefire investment at $58,000. Your money's better in that than it is in the bank at $58,000. More.
Service records well maintained. This isn't the basic 308. This is the quattro valve, and it's in great condition throughout.
At 58.
One of the greats.
58,000 for the GTS at 58 with the pop-up headlights. He'll bid me, so we say 59, sir. 58,000 is bid. What about 59,000? You're out for $1,000. The bid is at $58,000. Very good value Ferrari. $58,000. Any interest at 59 elsewhere? 58 it is then. If you'd order at $58,000, take it away a chance at $58,000. It's going to live to find other days. That can't sell that, I'm afraid. 58,000. Not enough, I'm afraid. If you're interested in that, sir, again, speak to a member of staff on that. A bit more land on it.
Lot number 56, 1993 Porsche 911 964 Carrera 2 Targa. Offered without reserve tonight. 3.6 liter, 250 horsepower engine, Tiptronic automatic transmission, 72,000 original miles, well maintained and kept. Just a beautiful, acclaimed Porsche design for the Targa. Recently serviced. These cars brought some of the 959's technology to the road car. The brilliant looking Porsche, well maintained in this Targa.
Right, just to reiterate the fact, it is an automatic. I think in the catalogue it may say manual.
Yes, it is a Tiptronic transmission.
Yeah, it's a Tiptronic, not the manual. I think it says manual in your catalogue. It is with reserve. There's a typo in the catalogue, so do please bear that in mind when you have a bid on this one. Okay, with that in mind, let's start the bidding on that. Should we say 20,000 for it? The Porsche the Targa, $20,000, ladies and gentlemen, 20. 20,000 do I see? Come on, get us underway on that. At 20,000, good man, thank you, sir. 20,000 is bid. At 20,000 now, what about 22? $20,000 bid for the 911. 22. Where do you find them for this kind of money? 22. 23 is bid. 23 is bid. Look at 24 now. The bid's at 23,000. Do I see 24? Yes. 24,000 bid. On the right at 24. You both out this way, chaps. The bid's at 24. Looking for 25. At 24 now 5. 25 is bid. Looking for 26 your way, Mike. The bid's at $25,000. 26,000 bid. 26,000 now. 27,000. 27,000. We're getting there slowly. 28 now. At 28, a little bit 29 London. At 28, 9. 29 is bid rounded for 30 this way. $30,000 bid. 30,000. This way for 31. The bid is at $30,000. Do I see 31,000? At $30,000. On my right, you're out this way. The bid's at 30, 31. 31,000 new bid. The bid is 31. Now 2. $32,000. At $32,000 in the front. At 32,000. 32 and a half. I'm at 32 this way. 32 this way. 32.5. Thank you. 32 is 5. 32.5. This way at 32 and a half now, sir. You're out for 5. You want 33? The bid is at $32,500. $33,000. 33 and a half. 33.5 is bid. 33.5. 34,000 now. On the right, $34,000. Look, we're 34 and a half this way. 34 and a half. Back in front at 34 and a half. This way for 35 now, sir. 35,000. On the right, back on the right at 35. At 35,000. 35 and a half. Back here now at 35 and a half. 36,000. On the right at 36,000. Big roll of his eyes. At $36,000. Make no mistake, we're selling that. 36.5. 36.5. This car is on sale at 36.5 now. 31.37 on the right. At 36,500 for the Carrera 2, the Targa at 37,000 now. On sale all the way at 37,000. This way for 37.5. At $37,000. So I see 37.5. We're selling it at 37,000. This way for the first time at $37,000. 37.5. 37.5 is back in. Against you on the right, sir. 37.5 we have. What about 38 now? At 37 and a half. It is on sale, make no mistake, all the way at 37,500. Looking for 38,000 on the right now. At 37 and a half. One more on the right. You're out now, sir. The bid is at 37 and a half.
This is one of the first cars with dual airbag standard. The first being the Porsche 944. The 964 Targa was the last 911 with the classic removable Targa roof with the safety bar and glass rear windows.
Okay, the 37,500 this way. Looking for 38, sir. And we've changed our minds. At 37 and a half. We are selling in the front, make no mistake, this way at 37 and a half. We're going to put that on sale here for the first time then at $37,500. The second time at $37,500. Third and final time, if you're all done at $37,500. Oh. Sold this way, 37 and a half. Well done there. Let's get the number again, please. Right, got it. Thank you. Yep. Well done. Thank you.
Lot number 57, 2005, Aston Martin Vanquish S. Offered tonight without reserve. 6-liter V12, 520 brake horsepower, 6-speed manual transmission with hydraulic paddle shift. 15,100 original miles. Correction, this is a paddle shift transmission. 2+2 Grand Tour, unparalleled styling and performance.
Right, absentee interest on this one, ladies and gents. We're going to get underway on that one at 55, 60, $65,000 bid. Bid be 70 on that. $65,000 for the Vanquish S at 65, and it's 70 on that. With the big white horses at the back, the bid's at 65, you want to see 70. 65 here, I'm afraid. 70? 6 or 8.5, 65 here. 68. 68, good man. 68 is bid. Nearly fell off the roster now. I knew it was going to happen one time. 70,000 I have. $70,000. Look for 72. $70,000 bid. Look for 72 now. The bid at 70,000. 72 is bid. 72,000. 75 is here at $75,000. 78. 75 is bid. In front at $75,000. The bid is at 75 and 8 this way. 70. What's that? 775 we have. 75 we have. Look for 78. 78,000. 78 you're in. 78,000 now. In the front at $78,000. We're looking at 80,000 now elsewhere. At $78,000 in the front. Do we see $80,000? At $78,000. Looking at 80,000 elsewhere. Do we see 80,000 on that? All done at 78,000. My goodness. The Vanquish S at $78,000 in the front there for the first time at $78,000. The second time at $78,000. It is selling, make no mistake, the third and final time at only $78,000. If you're all done, going home, sold this way, $78,000. Lovely car, well done.
We've got our prototype Opel Speedster coming up next. Lot number 58, 2001 Opel Speedster. Contrary to the catalog, this car does carry a reserve. This is chassis number 0000. Not a straight nickel car, it's a prototype. It's sold on a bill of sale tonight. 2.2 liter, 4-cylinder, putting out 145 horsepower. That'll do it. 5-speed manual transmission, just 985 miles on the odometer. Right out of the GM collection, released to the public. You're not going to see another one.
Okay, we're in your hands on that one again, ladies and gents. Let's get the bid underway. Let's start at, so we say, $10,000 in this one again. Let's start low, we'll see where we end up. 10,000 bid. Any interest at 10,000? My goodness, thank you. 10,000 bid. 10,000. Every hand in the room should be again. 12,000 bid. 12,000 I have. Look at 15 now. The bid's at $12,000. Why is it 15 in the back? 15 in the back. 18 bid. 18,000. 20,000 bid. 20,000. Now we're getting acceptable. The bid's at 20,000. Now 2. 22 and 5 in the back. 25,000 bid. At 25, he's shaking his head. The bid's at $25,000. Do I see? What about 26, sir? 27 here. 27 is bid. Look at 28 now. 27, 28 bid. 28, look at 29. $28,000 looking for 29,000. 29,000 he's been looking for 30 all the way. Might have been to 29 now. Do I see $30,000? It's $29,000 then. Right, 29.
The Elise used a 1.8 liter Toyota engine, but the Speedster used a 2.2 liter GM Ecotec engine from the Opel Astra. This uses the aluminum chassis tub. The tub itself only weighs 159 pounds. GRP gloss reinforced plastic bodywork. The car itself only 1,929 pounds. It's a lightweight. It's 220 pounds lighter than an MR2. This thing will go.
At $29,000, who'll bid me $30,000? Do I see $30,000 more, ladies and gents? $29,000 bid then. If you're older than $29,000, we'll have to move on. Not enough on that. Bid on that, please speak to a member of the staff, obviously before you speak to the absentee, but either way, it's going to have to be a bit more. Moving on.
One of our most popular examples tonight, the Cadet Wagon. 1968 Opel Cadet L Wagon. Somebody has spent all the money on this car. It is just beautiful throughout. The engine bay is incredible. The back end springs to life when you open up the panel in the back. Everything's done on this car. The gauges are incredible. The radio works, it's all there. Beautifully done Opel. 4-speed manual transmission. Won all kinds of awards. They're on display at the back. Nut and bolt professional restoration throughout. Just an incredible example of a Cadet wagon. Rebuilt 1.1 liter 4-valve engine.
And sold completely without reserve now. See where we end up with that. Who'll start me at again? Who'll start me at $10,000. $10,000. What are you bidding me? So 5? Good man. This is start $5,000 away. $5,000 bid. Who'll bid me 6? $5,000 is bid. Got 5 in the back. 6? 6,000. Good man. 6,000 is bid. Look, we're 7 at the back now. 7,000 bid. 7,000 looking for 8. 8,000 bid here. 9,000 bid. We're raking up now. 10,000. 10,000 we have. On the left at 10,000. Looking for 11 at the back. The bid's at $10,000. Do we see 11? At $10,000. My goodness. The bid 11,000 bid. 12,000 bid. 12,000 looking for 13. Bids at 12 now. Looking for 13,000. Do I see 13? At 12, 13 new bidder. 13,000 looking for 14. 14 bid. 14, 15 bid, 15, 16 bid, looking for 17 now, 16 is bid, do I see 17? Shaking his head this way, 16 bid, 16, 5, 16, 5 bid, 16, 5 is bid, 17,000 bid, 17,000, you're out in front, the bid's at 17 now 5, 17, 5 is bid, looking for 18 this way at 17, 5 I have, 18,000 now, 18,000 looking for 18, 5. 18.5, back in the front at 18.5, 31, 19 the back now. The bid is 18 and a half, 19,000, 19,000, 19.5. He's out this way, thank you. 19,000 is bid, where's 19.5? He bid on the front set, 19,000 in the back there. $19,000 at 19,000. May have full interest on that. The bid is at 19,000. We'll give it 19.5. Look at all the trophies in the back. This car is already won. You can take this down to the concourse and probably win some more. If it was on tomorrow, unfortunately, no. 19,000 bid. He'll bid me 19.5. The bid is at $19,000. Gentleman's bid at the back at 19. We'll give it 19 and a half.
Come on, David. I know you want this car.
$19,000 bid. Any interest at 19 and a half this way? Oh, have we got 19? 19.5? No, 19. 19. And top reserve is on. We're at $19,000.
Going on with somebody.
It is going on with somebody tonight at $19,000. Any interest at 19 and a half? If not, we are going to put that on sale at the back at $19,000. For the first time at $19,000. The second time at $19,000. The third and final time at $19,000. $19,000. Got it. 1073. Well done. That is a lovely, lovely thing.
Our second Simca tonight, lot number 60, 1953 Simca 9 Sport Coupe. Without reserve tonight, $59,750. kilometers on the odometer, just 96 examples built. Beautiful color combination, fast cell body, it shows. Just beautiful styling from Fast Cell on this car. Very elegant touring car. The attention to detail from the Gauger instruments is incredible.
Okay, I have absentee interest on this one. The Simca 9, we're going to get underway on that one with me at 35, 14, 45, $45,000 bid, looking for 50 your way, ladies and gents, at $45,000. 45, 50 bid, 55 is with me, at 55 looking for 60,000 now. 60,000, 58, 58, 58, 5 is with me, I'm afraid, 58, 5. I'll take 59,000 your way. The bid is at 58.5. Make no mistake, this one is on sale. The bid is at $58,500. Do I see 59,000? At $58,500 then. Looks like it, we're on sale at 58.5 this way. Are we all done at 58,500? It is on sale for the first time at $58,500. The second time, the absentee interest at $58,500. You're out in the room, selling for the third and final time at $58,500 all done. Sold my way, 58,500 with 1066, 1066. Okay, next up.
Lot number 61, 1959 Cadillac Series 62. Contrary to the pocket Cadillac, this car does have a reserve. I don't think this one's going to fit. Iconic. Everything's with this car. This car is incredible. Factory air conditioning, it works. It blows cold air, and it's a convertible. Fully restored, superb driver, resprayed once. You look inside the engine bay, it's incredible. Shows just what a great starting car it had. It was original interior. Just, oh, he made it. Still on the turntable, but he overdrove it. You gotta learn it. You gotta work with drivers. You overshot it by 2 inches.
I think you spent it around, it might take out the rostrum. Right, we're going to get underway with this one, ladies and gents. $60,000 bid. I'll give it 70 on that. $60,000 for the big Cadillac at 60,000. Do I see 70 in the room? At 60,000, 70,000 bid. 70 is bid. What about 80 now? The bid's at $70,000. Look at $80,000. At $70,000. So we say 75. Does that help? The bid's at 70,000. 75 bid. 75. Look at 80 this way. The bid's at 75 now. Look at $80,000. At 75, you're bidding. He's bidding 80,000. You're out this way, lads. The bid's at 80,000 now. 80,000 he's bid. Look at 85. At $80,000. Any interest at 85? The bid is at $80,000.
Factory correct, Brenton blue, original black and white interior. The leather's in incredible condition. Just a beautiful car throughout. Been through the boot, been through the engine bay. This car is done right. Amazing stack receipts cover this car's incredible condition. Just brilliantly restored. Everything matches the data plates. It's been done right. This is one of the most outstanding 59 Cadillacs you're going to find.
Okay,
watch this thing turn. You will not see any waves down this body. It's done right. Watch out for this thing turn.
Right, $80,000. 80,000, ladies and gents. From about 82 this way, sir. 80,000 is bid. Do we see 82,000? The bid is $80,000. Is he going to turn about? No, just. You've worked this out, haven't you? You've tried this already. 80,000 bid. Any interest in 82,000? The bid is $80,000. Are we all done? I think we are. $80,000. No, send it out, chaps. Going to find up there. That one. Oh, I think it just brought the ramp as well. Yeah, definitely just brought the ramp. If you're interested in that, come and speak to the member of staff, but it's going to be more than that, I'm afraid.
Lot number 62, 2003 BMW Z4 2.5 liter. Offered without reserve. Is a 2003, not a 2004 as shown in the catalog. 2.5 liter inline 6 automatic transmission. Just 44,150 original miles. Beautiful color, sporty car, original books and manuals.
Okay, and it's sold without reserve again. This one, ladies and gents, without reserve whatsoever. The Z4 bidding on that. Should we say $5,000 for him? Z4, 5,000. See how on that? Do I see 5? Shall we say 3 then? Let's get going. 3,000 bid. 3,000 bid. What about 4 now? 3,000 is bid. 4,000 is bid. 5. 4.5. 4.5. All right. 4.5. We'll split it. 4.5 bid. 31 5. 5 bid. 5,000 now. 5.5 I need now. The bid's at 5,000. 5.5. 5.5 is bid. 6,000 bid. Look at 65. $6,000 is bid. We're going to 65 now, the bid's at 65, 62, 62. All right, 62, $6,200. 65, you're out, I'm afraid, this way. 65 is bid, looking for 68 now. 68 is back in, no return. Cards on sale, it's 6,800, what about 7,000? $6,800 for the Z4 at 68 now. It is on sale, make no mistake. There is no reserve on this car. It is at 68 with only 44,000 miles on the clock at 6,800. On sale then, this way for the first time at $6,800. 6,900. 6,900, okay, 6,900. To Creeper again, Landon, you're out. 6,900 is bid. You wish to bid $7,000. The bid is at 6,900. It is on sale again. Make no mistake. There is no reserve at 6,900. You're out this way. We're selling then 6,900 for the first time at 6,900. The second time at 6,900. Third and final time. Cheap car, 6,900. Number there, please. 1053. Well done. Next up.
Lot number 63, 1991 BMW 850i. Titles in transit. It is also offered without reserve tonight. 296 horsepower out of the single overhead cam V12. Just a beautiful 5-liter engine. If you had a chance to look under the bay, love the color in maroon. Just 86,500 miles. Original paint. Well-preserved car. Timeless lines, even 25 years later. And only 1,218 of these cars have made it over here. Look at that.
It's got BBS wheels as well.
Look at that. Look at that go about 4 more inches. There you go.
These are one, in the UK at least, these are wonderful regarded as a very, very much up-and-coming classic, the 850s.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a classic.
Right, we'll start the bidding on this one. Without reserve, I have interest on this. We're going to get underway with me. 8,000, 9,000 bid. Who'll bid me 10? $9,000 bid. Look at 10,000 on that. The bid's at 9, 10,000 is bid. 10,000, 11,000 I have. Look at 12 now. $11,000. Look at 12,000. The bid's at $11,000. Do we see 12 on that? 12,000. 12,000 is bid. Manual transmission. That one. 12,000 is bid. Manual. Oh, it's automatic, is it?
Automatic.
Ah, well, sorry.
So you got a correction. Thank you, Andrew.
You are manual.
We will, for just that money, we'll sell Manuel as a transmission with the car.
Right. 13 then. We have 13 now. It is automatic. $13,000. Where's 14? 13,000 is bid. What about 13,500? 13,500 bid. 13,500 bid. $14,000 bid. 14,000. What about 14,500 this way? It is the automatic 14,500. 14,500 bid. 14,500 is bid now. 14,500 with the BBS wheels. The bid is at 14,500. Next is 15.
Roger, I know you want it.
At 14.5. Looking for 15,000 now. We have 14.5 bid. We see 15 this way. You're out now. The bid is at $14,500 there. We're going to put that on sale, make no mistake, at 14.5. For the first time then, at $14,500. 14.8 bid. Against another bid is at 14.8 now. Phone bid at 14.8. We'll give it 15,000. He's gone back to his dollars. The bid's at 14.8. We see 15. The auto 850 at 14.8 on the phones then. For the first time on the phones this time at 14,800. The second time at 14,800. The third and final time it all done at 14.8. Sold this way, 14.8. What's the number, please?
1193.
1193. 14.8. Well done.
Flight number 64, 2005 Bentley Continental GT. Offered tonight without reserve, 6-liter W12 engine, 552 brake horsepower out of the twin turbocharged system, breaking the range.
1069 is the last file number.
Just 86,300 original miles, 6-speed ZF Tiptronics.
And you can see your face in those wheels. Okay. Without reserve again this one, ladies and gents, let's get the bids underway on this one. Shall we say 20,000 for it? For the Bentley. 20,000 do I see? Where's 20? 15, okay? 15 to start again. 15 is bid. Where's 18? 18 bid. 18 bid. Ribbon 20. 18 I have. What about 20 down the bids at $18,000? Now 20 bid. 22 at the back with you, sir. 25? What's that? 21, okay, 21 bid, 21 is bid, 22 is bid this way, 22 is bid, 23 bid now, look at 24, 23, 24 bid, and 5, 24 we have, look at 25, the bids at 24 now, 5, 25 new bid, 26, 26 this way, 26 is bid, you're all out, chance removed, 26 this way, look at 27, 27 is bid, 28 here, 27 I have, 28, 28,000 back in at 28,000, look at 29 now, at $28,000, that's a lot of car for very little money at $28,000.
Yeah, this thing went for $155,000 new. It's a tremendous car. Beautiful driving piece of British motor.
Only 13 years ago.
Only 15 years ago.
At $28,000, look at 29 now, look at 29, do we see 29 on that? $28,000. This is a very, very well priced car. This way at 28,000. Do we see 20? What about 28 and a half? 28 and a half. Back in the room. 28 and a half is bid. This way for 29. $29,000 is back in your house, sir, I'm afraid. 29,000 is here. Do we see 29 and a half now? At 29,000, he is out. The bid is at $29,000. This way at $29,000. Do I see 20? What about 29 too, sir? Don't lose it for $200. $29,000 is this way. You're out for $200. Yeah. 29 too. 20, what's that, sir? 28.8. Alright, I can save you $200, sir. I can save you $200 because we've got 28.8 here, 28.8. So I'm looking at 29. $28,800. What about 29,000?
Hey, it's got a clean Carfax. We ran it.
It's a what?
It's got a clean Carfax, he says.
Okay.
I'm sure you don't want them back in.
At 28,800, looking for 29,000 now, chaps. Any interest at 29? All done. The bid's here at 28,800 then. For the first time at 28,800. Hang on a minute. 28,800. There is no reserve on that car. It is on sale. Make no mistake. At 28,800.
This is going to be the first model that was designed, engineered, and manufactured exclusively for Bentley Motors since 1930. Everything else can pattern up with something Rolls-Royce or somebody else had designed. This was the first true Bentley since 1930. All right, we're waving his friendly.
Right, what's
Is it 29? That's what we need to know.
What's $200 between friends? Come on. 28,800 is this way. Who will be 29? Any interest at 29,000? 28,800. Here for the first time at 28,800. Second time at 28. What was it? 29? Yes! That's it. Do it. 28,900 here. We're in $100 bids at 28,900.
Yeah, you had your hand up. I saw it.
We're still looking at 29. At $28,900. Do I see 29,000? My goodness. I thought he was tight, he was going to lose it for $200. Now you're losing it for $100. At 28,900. We're going to put that on sale.
Yes.
29?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
29.
my God. Offered tonight without reserve, this is an E30 3 Series car, 2.5 liter, 6-cylinder, 189 horsepower, automatic transmission, just 57,800 original miles. Get it right here.
Right, another one, no reserve whatsoever on that. Iconic looking Beamer, 325i. Let's get the bids underway on that one about, again, Sami on that. 3,000, should we say? $3,000, 3,000 I have, 3,000 is bid. What about 4 now? $3,000 is bid. We're looking for 4,000 now, 3,000. There is no reserve. 4,000 bid. 5 bid. 6,000 bid. 6,000 bid. Looking for 7 now bids at 6,000 against you, sir. 7 you back in. Looking for 8 this way. 7,000 bid. Looking for 8,000 now. The bids at 7,000. 8,000 bid. 8,000 bid. Looking for 9,000 now. The bid is at 9,000 bid. 9,000 bid. Looking for 10,000. Bids at 9,000 now. 95 bid. 95 is bid. Still looking for 10,000. At 95. What about 98? The bid's at 95. Looking at 98 now. 98 bid. No reserve. The car is on sale at 98. Let's have 10. Out this way. 98 selling it here at 9,800. First time now. $9,800 for a very low mileage Beamer. Second time at $9,800. Third and final time, if you order, at $9,800. Sold this way, $9,800. Well done. 1085. Thank you.
Lot number 68, 1995 Mercedes E420. Offered tonight without reserve. 4.2 liter, 8-cylinder engine, automatic, just 66,500 miles. Or maybe instead we'll sell lot number 67, the 1957 Ford Custom 300 F Series SC. SC for supercharged. Titles in transit. This is the ultimate sleeper car. Listen to this thing. We'll let it introduce itself. Or not.
Right, supercharged. Okay, bit of interest on this one with me. We're going to get underway on that at, we can read the writing, 15, 16, 17, $18,000. 18,000 is bid. A little bit of me, 20,000 should we say for that. The supercharged, 18,000 I have. You been in there, sir? 18,000, 20, 20 is bid. Thank you. 22 I have. At 22, much you joking there. 25? 25 is bid. I'm out. 25 is bid. $25,000 bid. Looking at 28 now. At $25,000. Looking at 28 elsewhere. Any interest at 28? The bid's at 25 then on the right at 25.
You got the true 1957 Paxton VR 57 Series 1R supercharger. Less than 200 of those superchargers made for racing. This is a Southern California car, upgraded to the 312F code. Beautiful car. Crane cam, period correct distributor, correct engine components including the air cleaner, quick fuel boost carburetor, double A-arm suspension. This thing's set up to run.
I've got an air player at home. The one.
Oh, it's going to cost you. Because she's here tonight.
Okay. At $25,000. It'll be 26. $25,000 is bid for the supercharged custom at 25. Any interest at 26? If not, I think we'll move on. The bid's at 25. All done. Sending out chaps. Not enough, I'm afraid, that. Moving on. Oh, we're going to have to do a 3-point turn now.
Alright, lot number 68, 1995 Mercedes E420. Offered without reserve. 4.2 liter, 8-cylinder, automatic. Just 66,500 miles on the odometer. Very well cared for car. Excellent driver. Silver paint's in remarkable condition. Just look at the way the big metallic flakes shine on this car. Very different than most of the silvers you see. This car really lights up. Modern classic European sedan, beautiful leather interiors, just in remarkable condition throughout.
And again, this is a no reserve car again, ladies and price of a decent skateboard. $500 is bid. Where's 1,000? 1,000 bid. 1,000 in the back. Thank you. 1,000 bid. Where's 1,500? 15 bid. 15. We're in danger of getting to settle the money. Now $1,500 is bid. Where's 2,000? You bid it, sir? 1,500. He shakes his head. The bid's at 15 now. You're not buying half of it. You get the whole thing at $1,500. 2,000 is bid. Looking for 25 now. 25. New bidder. 25 is bid. Where's 3? At $2,500, looking for 3,000 now, the bid's at 25, now 3,000 back this way at $3,000 for the Mercedes, the E420 at 3,000. You have the bid this way, 35 is bid, 35 is back in, looking for 4,000 now. The bid is at $3,500. Do I see $4,000 for the man? The bid's at 35. Any further interest then at $3,500 for the first time at 35. There is no reserve on the car. The second time at $3,500, the third and final time, if you'd all done at 38.
Thank you.
$3,800. $3,800. What about 4,000? On sale at 38 now. $3,800. Do I see 4,000? Be quick at $3,800. Selling then, all done at $3,800. Sold $3,800. 1057.
Yep, 65. Lot 65, 2004 Aston Martin Vanquish. Ian Callum designed the car. Offered tonight without reserve. 5.9 liter dual overhead cam V12, 450 brake horsepower. This is your modern Vanquish, your modern Aston Martin. This is the essence of James Bond right here in the classic silver over black. Just 68,000 original miles.
Okay, we're going to get underway here. 25, 30, 32, 35 bid. 35, I have a bit more than that as well. 35 I have. Will be 40,000. 35,000. 38. 38 is bid. 40,000 I have. Again, you said the bid's at 40,000. You wish to bid 42. At $40,000. Hampton T bid at 40,000. Looking for 42 now. The bid's at $40,000. There is no reserve on that car. It is here to sold. 42. 42 is bid. 45 is against your friend. The bid's at 45 now. At $45,000. What about 48? On sale all the way. Make no mistake, the bid is at $45,000. Do I see 48,000? What about 46? Bids at 45. Here at 45. 46? 46 is bid. 47 is against you. 47,000. Do I see 48? Now the bid is at $47,000. It is selling at $47,000. For the first time then at $47,000. Any interest elsewhere at 48? The second time at $47,000. The third and final time on sale at $47,000. Sold $47,000. 1038. Thank you. Right, next up. Here we got the first one truck cars, haven't we?
Lot number 69, 1991 Toyota Celica. GT track car. Offered tonight without reserve. Sold on a bill of sale. It does have a VIN number, but it is sold on a bill of sale as it is a track car. 2.2 liter, 4-cylinder, manual transmission. It's an original track cup car, full race prep, 5-point racing harness, full roll cage, fuel cell, fire suppression system. This thing's set up to go everywhere except the road. Well, but you're probably not going to get caught.
Okay. Without reserve again, here to be sold. Let's get the bid underway at $1,000 for this one. Where's all the track guys? $1,000. 1,000 bid. Where's 2? $1,000. 2,000 bid. Thank you. 2,000. Looking with 3 now. The bid's at $2,000. Looking with 3,000. You just about bought the roll cage. 2,000 is bid. Looking with 3,000 bid. Looking with 4 now. $3,000 bid. Do I see $4,000? I'll call back the bid at $3,000. Looking at 4,000. 3,500. You bid it at 3,500? 3,500 it is. 3,500 is bid. Looking at 4. Shaking the head this way. Bids at $3,500. We've got for $4,000 now. Ignore the Mercedes on the street for some reason. We're selling this Celica in front at $4,000. 45 is bid. 45 is bid. Next is 5,000. The bid is at $4,500. The Celica $5,000. $5,000 is bid. Looking for 5.5 now at $5,000. Do I see 5.5? $5,000 is bid. This one is selling, make no mistake, at $5,000 for the Celica for the first time at $5,000. The second time at $5,000.
Never going to see another one like it. Well, unless it's blue.
The third and final time at $5,000. Sold, $5,000.
Would you believe our luck, ladies and gentlemen? We managed to find yet another Toyota Celica track car. Also sold on a bill of sale. This one is blue.
And it's faster, that's why.
It's faster because it's blue. It's got a better shine to it. It's number 17. Rev it up. Come on. Give it a, come on. All right. 2.2-liter four-cylinder manual transmission. Original track cut car. Full race prep. 5-point harness. Full roll cage. Fuel cell fire suppression. It's set up to go. Let's see it move. Everywhere but the road. Well, one time.
Okay, we'll start the bidding on that. We'll start the bidding on that with me at 25,335 bid. 35 is bid on this one at $3,500. So maybe 4,000. 4,000 bid. Thank you. 4,000 is bid. Where's 4.5? You want to bid on this one, sir? 4.5. Good man. 4.5 is bid. Next way with 5. 4.5. Yeah. 5. 5. Is that a bid? 5,000, thank you. 5,000 is bid this way. At $5,000 now at about 52. $5,000. Look at the 52 if you wish to bid. The bid is at $5,000 now. Do I see 52? It's blue, it's a bit quicker than the red one. The bid is at 5,000. Shaking the head this way. $5,000 in front. It is on sale, make no mistake. It is without reserve entirely at $5,000. For the first time at 5,000. The second time at 5,000. The third and final time on sale. Bought it this way, $5,000. 1085. Thank you. Well done.
All right, our final car of the night was.
Okay, that concludes this evening's sale, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much for your attention this evening. If you're all unsure if a vehicle is sold, get a log number and you can come speak to a member of staff now. You'll probably find them at the bar.
Yes, and our office is open at 10 a.m. tomorrow. It's open Monday and Tuesday as well, till 5 p.m. Tuesday to get the cars removed from the premises. See Passport Transportation if you need to make arrangements. But if you're finding a crowd tonight at the office, don't worry, we'll be open tomorrow at 10 a.m. to service and work the time, get the payment for the cars and get them shipped out. Thank you for coming to Amelia